All right. Coffee. It's every Friday night's drink. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. All right, everybody. My name is Dan Crosier. I'm here for another installment of COFOH Live Undead, and I am privileged to have as our guests Izik Bell and Alexa Lowe.
Do I have something on my face?
Hey,
Hey, Izik, Alexa, how are you?
doing great, man.
Pretty fantastic.
Great. Thanks for being so generous with your time and coming onto the show and talking a little bit about all the cool things that you do. Yeah, you guys are creating some amazing comic books. So can't wait to talk about that. But first, Alexa, give us a little bit, talk about a little bit of who you are, where you come from, and how you got into creating comic books.
All right. Well, this is actually my first interview, like vid chat interview, so I'm super awkward. I'm here drawing because I'm really awkward.
That's
okay. Yeah.
I'm awkward too.
I have been drawing for as long as I can remember, and I have little stories in my mind that I work every single night, and I never really found a way to show it to everyone. Mm-hmm. I did conventions. I've been on the convention scene, oh man, since I was like 16. I'm 28 now, so I kind of grew up with it. Yeah. And I met this guy at a con, Emerald City Comic Con in 2015.
Oh, sweet.
And yeah, we kind of went from there. He said that he had a comic and I wasn't really doing anything with my art interesting. And he said that he would love if I would do colors for his stuff. And that's how it ended up happening. I'm now the colorist for MetalShade.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. So you guys connected 2015 at Emerald City Comic Con. It's a great show.
I love that. Best. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember going to that almost 10 years ago.
Wow.
Oh, geez, it must be different from now.
Yeah, true. Well, right now nothing's happening. So,
yeah, true.
But yeah, back then it was wonderful in terms of the community that came out was very interested in art, and you could actually talk to editors and you could talk to publishers, and everybody seemed very approachable and
right.
It wasn't a media extravaganza. I'm not sure what it is anymore. As of last year, but
well, I've found that people are very approachable there. I learned a ton at those shows. So nice. Plus I met her, so it's definitely my favorite show of all time.
That's great. And Izik, tell us a little bit about where you come from and how you got into comics.
Where do I come from? Okay. Let me see if I can figure it out. No, I've been drawing forever too. I was always into comics. So in high school, I came up with MetalShade. It was just at the time it was a ripoff of, you know, whatever comics I was into at the time. So, and then I just kept working on it in my head, and it evolved over the years. And, you know, once I started actually taking my art more seriously and putting in the work, got to a point where we could actually do the comic. So it, you know, I wanted it to be much better than I had the ability to make it at the time. And then when Alexa came along, it was that missing link, the missing piece of the puzzle there. So, and just what she's been able to bring to it with her colors, and not only that, but editing my script and pushing me to not settle for, you know, anything less than what I'm capable of doing. She's very good at pushing me to you know, to that next level.
That's great.
So.
Criticizing. I'm just kidding.
Well,
no, I'm nice.
I think a lot of people really do need that in their life. They need that support system, but also that, you know, that person that'll, you know, whip you into shape and you know, compel you to be better, or to, you know, to work harder. So that's great. It sounds like it's a very good marriage, both creatively, and you guys are married in real life. Am I right?
We're getting there. We're engaged.
Almost.
So. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Izik, early off camera, you were talking to me about the in-laws were in town. So right away.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we're getting there. We've had a long engagement, so they're basically the in-laws. We're planning to elope. We just are waiting for the right time.
Okay, is that something you should be saying with the in-laws there?
They know.
They know about it. Yeah.
Okay.
They know we're weirdos, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I'm happy for you guys. Can you tell us a little bit about, you know, what MetalShade is? You know what the story is, and some of the characters, you know, are.
I have no idea, actually. I'm like trying to figure it out. You know, I have one issue down, and I'm still figuring it out. Here, let me give you the so this is what I wrote for the Knicks campaign, to like kind of elevator pitch type thing.
Right.
Okay. So MetalShade is a powerful black magic strike team. Its horrific members manipulated by an enigmatic corporate head wielding politics and violence in her quest for power. Are they pawns in a game they don't understand? Or will they become something more? Will they become heroes?
And they're kind of occult type heroes, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a mix of cyberpunk and horror.
Nice.
So,
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. When I look at your art, it reminds me of the like Dale Keown, you know, type of you know, like Pitt, and yeah, it feels like it's in the vein of like you know, Image's Cyberforce meets like either Justice League Dark or a little bit of Doom Patrol type elements. But there's you know, really there's that heavy metal, you know, feel to it all too.
Yeah.
So I remember you guys did a Kickstarter campaign, and it was monstrously successful. So yeah, I hope you guys are able to, you know, keep it up. We're looking forward to that first issue. It's not out, right? It's not done, or is it?
No, it is done.
It's done. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's printed and it's on the way. So it should be here in what, like
a week and a half.
Week and a half.
Yeah.
So we're like very anxious to finally see it. But
that's great. That's absolutely wonderful. If you don't mind, let me play you know, the video from your Kickstarter campaign, so that everybody at home, you know, kind of understands and you know, has an idea of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, let me add this guy here, and you know what? Let's change that up. All right.
So cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, with this, and this was an idea.
As a new companion. So keep that thought in the back of your mind.
I'll tune in and see you watch you play. Sorry about that, guys. I think my YouTube went a little nuts. But this was an idea that you've had since high school. It's been kind of that thing that's just been around and has developed and gestated.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I've been obsessed with just making this comic forever. So, and I've definitely attempted to get it going a few times, and just my skill set wasn't there. Okay. So, and it was always very disappointing to have all these ideas and then just draw crap. So, but that's how it goes.
Right.
So,
but things kind of picked up when you and Alexa were able to meet up. 5 years ago, I guess. Was it an immediate partnership, or did she teach you a few things like no, this is not the way to go?
Yeah, I mean, actually, she blew me off at first. But
I've met you in person. I would have too.
Yeah, I mean, so we met 5 years ago, but we teamed up about 3 years ago. So there was a gap there. But when I first met her, she's been doing conventions forever, and her art was already at a very high level. She already had product prints and all this stuff. I mean, she's tabling at Emerald City. It's not an easy show to get into. No. So I was blown away by her work. I actually met her work before I met her. And so she was definitely one of the people there that inspired me to kind of get my shit together and actually, make something out of it. And
yeah, you started doing cons after that.
Oh, cool. Izik, you weren't doing conventions before then?
I was not. Not.
Okay. Because I think you and I have met in person a couple times at different signings and events. I think, you stopped by, was it AC Collectibles? This was years ago for some kind of Halloween thing, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, there was that. I think I met you at the first time at Mile High Comics at the warehouse.
Oh, okay.
You had your cow costume on. And, yeah.
Yeah,
your work is sick too, man. The wood stuff that you do, I was blown away.
Thanks. I think I have an image of that, floating around here somewhere. And we'll turn this on. Let me show everybody. Oh, you can't really see it. All right, let's. Can't. Nope. Let's try that. Nope. None of the technical stuff is working. Oh my gosh.
This is torture. You could just only see pieces of it.
I know, you can only see pieces. I guess I'll just turn it off. Yeah, okay. You can kind of see that.
I can see it in the corner.
Yeah, you can kind of see
you.
That's a self-portrait of me, So, yeah. Okay, I remember that time. I used to wear when we would do those events at Mile High Comics Warehouse, and I get dressed up in a full body cow. Was it a unitard? And a little hat piece and stuff, and so kind of promote Dink when we were doing that, that was a lot of fun, and I totally have no problem humiliating myself. Clearly,
good times.
I feel like I've seen some of your crazy outfits on your profile.
Probably, yeah. I
feel like I've seen something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably best that you just forget.
No, I was surprised you're just dressed in normal clothes tonight, man. I mean,
oh well, look at my backdrop.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. You have someone's skin.
That'd be
hanging
cool
back
to
there,
be
so.
Interviewed by a cow.
That'll be fun. When I find one, I'll let you know. But,
cool.
Their English tends to be way better than mine.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
No offense.
I'm just grasping at it right now. But yeah, so the first issue's coming out. You've got that coming out in the next week and a half or so, or it's being shipped to you anyway. Yeah. And then what's the plan after that? Obviously, you're just starting out in this series. Is it going to be an ongoing thing? And do you have do you know where it's going to go, or you kind of just plan it like one issue at a time?
No, yeah, we have an overarching storyline pretty much figured out. So we're done with issue 2, and we've been dying to launch a campaign for it, but we ran into a bunch of production issues getting issue 1 ready to go. So we've just been kind of sitting here dying a slow death waiting for it to come in.
So eager.
Yeah, I bet. And I'm sure during quarantine and all this stuff, supply chains and everything's just incredibly slow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The and with that, so getting to the second issue, that's that might have been a little bit slower too. But what kind of obstacles, creatively, have you been able to consciously overcome? You said there was some is it technical issues or some things like that? Is there some new things that you've learned that you can kind of talk about?
Yeah, well, I mean, the problem that we had is we got involved with a publisher who didn't do their job and was basically kind of after just wanted our Kickstarter money, basically. So
all of it.
Yeah. So little by little, we started to figure out that they were bad news, and we were able to get out of our contract with them. And it set us back several months. So I think by the time it was a good, what was it, 3 or 4 months by the time we got out of that, and then we went to the printer we were going to go with before them, and they were on it. So, but it takes time. So
it can be really, really tough working with publishers and such like that. I'd imagine the contracts are not easy to navigate either. So you guys are really independent now.
Yeah,
we sure are.
Yeah, I work for her, so and she's a tough boss. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, keep him in line.
He's working 24/7.
That's
me.
That's that's fantastic. It sounds like it's a solid partnership. You guys are moving right along. You'll get to that second issue. It's just gonna take a little bit of time, and it is what it is. So it'll be great. But can you tell us a little bit about your influences as far as art goes, but also especially since this is a horror platform and you're doing kind of a horror themed superhero group. Where do those influences come from?
You wanna start this one off, Alexa?
My
your
influences for coloring.
Well, but you've added a lot to the book too. I think you have a lot of horror influences. You should see some of.
Yeah, let's see. Let me pull up some art. Actually, you can.
Her
start
her
off
stuff.
while I look up.
When I first saw her work, it was all horror stuff. Basically, it was stuff based off of just emotions and things like that. It was very, very dark and beautiful.
Nice.
So, and I think that her color style has, obviously it's very unique, and it just one of the things I worried about with MetalShade was that it was going to look just like early Image comics,
Okay.
So when she came along and put her stuff into it, I think it has more of a horror feel because her work is a little more painterly. It's a little less superhero-y. So for me, my influences, I just always love monsters. Like my first love was dinosaurs. And then after that, it was like Venom and Sasquatch and, all the lizard guys like that.
Okay. Sasquatch from Alpha Flight?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's pretty interesting little pick.
Yeah. I mean, we had the cards, the Marvel cards. It was in second grade, and everyone series 2. That's what all the kids were into. And I was just blown away that all these different characters existed in the same universe and had histories together and all this continuity. So I was in love. So I always loved monsters. I loved the darker stuff. And so that's why MetalShade has that harder edge, and or at least those horror aesthetics.
Yeah.
So
wow, that's pretty cool. Oh, what do you got there, Alexa?
I found my old art page. It's back when I was discovering my emotions, just going down the road of understanding yourself. Let's see. Share screen.
Oh no.
What?
Is it on you?
But let's see. Do 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 do. Never mind. I don't really know how to share my old art, but
you're sketching away on something right there. Can you share it with us? Just hold it up to the camera.
I'll pull it up. I was mostly inspired by my emotions. So I've always been a really different person growing up. Just I was really quiet and I didn't know how to express how I felt.
Yeah.
Until about when I was 19, I had a panic attack and I wanted to draw that fear that I felt. It was unlike any feeling that I felt. I felt like I was gonna die. Like I felt like I was choking. And I went to the hospital and found out that, I have depression. I have this, I have the works. And I decided to draw everything that I felt, how it feels in my chest, how it feels in my stomach.
Yeah.
And so a lot of my artwork is really, really gritty, and it's all based off of my emotions. So Izik's artwork is very, very gritty, and you can see his feelings in his artwork. A lot of it is anger and
testosterone.
Testosterone. But I throw a little bit of my own feelings into the colors too. So
it sounds very self-reflective and therapeutic.
It is. It really is. Just seeing all the people comment on my works that they've felt that way as well was
great.
It made me feel like I wasn't alone. So
I think creativity and art is a really effective tool to be able to convey those feelings and connect with your audience on a much more personal level. So that's if you do that, I feel it's it's very successful and at the same time therapeutic too. Yeah. That's cool.
I don't know why just my screen sucks, man.
But you got a little bit of reflection, but don't worry about that. That looks great. Is that is the original kind of like an ink wash?
It's all pencil, actually.
No kidding. Wow. It looks very fluid.
What is straight and what is not?
That's cool. That's wonderful.
I'm trying my. No, you can't really see it, but
you can kind of see it. So
I
that
can
was
make
the kind of stuff that's what I saw when when I first met her. It was a lot of really dark emotional work. So as far as horror too, another one of my huge interests is like psychology and like serial killers and like the actual like real,
real
huge, dark stuff, the real horrors. Yeah. So,
he's always watching that stuff.
Yeah, that can be that can be fun, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, the other night we were talking about Psycho, the Alfred Hitchcock classic, and some of the aspects during the time when that movie came out, that period in the 1950s and into the 60s where a lot of women went missing, and it was really listening to like my girlfriend talk about that, and then hearing that from some of our panelists too. It's pretty creepy, and as what a great film it is, but oh my gosh, the basis of reality from which it's taken from. And it's also loosely based off of the Ed Gein story too, which had influenced
completely
so
insane.
much horror. It's like, oh my god, yeah. So having that real thing exist in everyday life, that's really wrenching. I don't think any type of like fictional supernatural horror can really take away from anything tangible.
Reality is so much scarier. It really is.
Yeah, very, very much so. And it's kind of brought to light too in the current atmosphere that we live in right now with the pandemic and everything that people are going through. Izik, you and I were talking about how a lot of our friends are laid off and kind of just scraping by.
Yeah, it's a tough time.
So. Yeah, most definitely. Do you bring any of that? What's into any of your storytelling too, like some of the current events or anything of that nature?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely affects everything that we do because, like, both of us as artists try to make everything as raw as possible, but it's going to show up more abstractly because for one thing, the story takes place in another dimension, and so, but yeah, everything that we go through is going to affect the comic and what we're doing. So.
Nice. And then, with this, I think we talked on this a little bit. It's going to be an ongoing series, or just the one arc.
No, it's going to be ongoing. I plan to just keep going with it. Issue 2 is finished. Issue 3 is a lot of it is done, and I'm working on a 0 issue that's going to.
Oh, cool.
Kind of be a prelude to issue 1.
Nice.
So, but the problem, I have so much planned out, like so far ahead that it's like, it's hard because I'm like, oh, I'm still working on issue 3, but I want to be working on, the stuff that's going to be happening in like issue 10.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to pinpoint like all those ideas and kind of. You get that germ of an idea. It's like, oh yeah, I'm really excited about this idea now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even though it's like, the reality is you still got to do all the layouts and do all the illustration and coloring and lettering, for issue 2 and issue 3. And it's like,
Yeah.
already your mind's on to issue 10. Or the animated series. It's onto the animated series.
Yeah.
Kelly
Exactly.
talked about that.
Oh, no kidding. No, it's
as dreams.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's, with the culture of comics in general, it's such an accessible platform to translate into so many other mediums, whether it's video game or animation or film or television series, because it's so easy to I think pitch, so to speak, just because you already did the layout, you already did the groundwork. Here's the story. Here's essentially the storyboard. It's these amazing dimensions. And and granted, it is its own masterful, artifact, its own, work, but it's so easy to convey. If you take a screenplay, it's just the words, and they're amazing as well, but it's not accompanied by the pictures to, I guess, to convey to somebody like a producer who is more associated with, the nuts and bolts of the financing aspect.
Right.
Number people, as opposed to creatives where it's like, yeah, I can see this playing around in my head.
Yeah.
So it sounds like that's something that you're talking about, or you're open to as well.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was also my first love, was cartoons,
Yeah.
So yeah, and comics, where that's the thing that I can just make with my hands,
Mm-hmm.
Animation is a little beyond that, but if you make your own comic series and gain some popularity there, then like you said, you have this thing to easily pitch.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's a ways off. We still gotta, get the series out there, get some storylines down, and we like to dream a lot. So,
and that's wonderful. I mean, we're all creatives, we're all artists. We do need to afford ourselves that time and space to dream and kind of fantasize that. And also that, I think that also helps us to better organize, how, here's the end goal. Now working backwards, where are the steps that you need to take? And,
visualizing that, and putting in the work.
Yep, putting in the legwork. Yeah, sometimes it that just calls for becoming an assassin or doing some back alley stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, we've all been there.
That's true. It's since you left Denver, it's gotten much grittier here.
Yeah. Nice. We wouldn't know about that here in Kansas. It's just cornfields and hay. Got some cows.
Cornfields, it's a great setting for children of the corn.
Yeah. Who knows what happens in the cornfields?
Tornadoes.
If you come across anybody named Malachi, run the other way. Do not be there.
That's the name of our roommate, actually.
Oh God, you guys are screwed. Well, it's been nice knowing you. Oh man, how's the illustration coming, Alexa?
Oh, I'm starting to work on a grumbler.
Oh, I'm not familiar with the grumbler.
The grumbler is the
grumbler. Okay. From MetalShade. Nice.
Show him, Bexa.
Jeez, what the heck, man?
You gotta let it focus.
The glare just kind of came up. There it is. Go. Nice. So that's one of your main characters. There's a grumbler at the top. Oh, I love so with the digital sketch pad, you can obviously zoom in, get all that tight detail. Man, that's wonderful. I love how crisp it is. My girlfriend is trying to get me to go digital, but I've got to be able to like touch everything, and and feel the texture of paper, and it's a different thing. So I applaud anybody who's able to do that. Alexa, did you grow up with digital pads then? And
yeah, I got like a cheap version of Photoshop. It was like $60 or something. Back when I was 11 or 12. So
nice.
I grew up with digital stuff.
Nice.
So
nice.
Yeah,
I envy you then.
I was fortunate to be born late enough for all the digital stuff to start being popular. So
they didn't have that stuff back in our day.
Well, I think
back
you're
in my day.
How old are you, Isaac?
I'm 37.
Oh yeah. So I'm I'm a little bit older. I won't say a lot.
I'm a lot of it.
A lot of it. My body feels a lot older. I'm going to be 44 next week. So yeah, I think you probably came. Did you go to art school, Isaac?
I did. Well, momentarily I did. I dropped out. I actually I went twice and dropped out both times. So
okay,
I'm a 2-time art school dropout.
Well, I think that's a couple notches on the belt, right? 2-time dropout.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
What schools did you go to? Because you were here in Colorado, right? I don't know if you were born and raised.
Me? No, I was only there I lived there for like 4 or 5 years, something like that.
Oh, okay. I thought you were here much longer than that.
No,
you were there for 3 years.
3 years. Yeah. Okay. I move around a lot. So I grew up all over California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I've been all over the place. But I went to school in California, and but Alexa went to art school. She's a professional.
I went to graphic design, a graphic design school.
Okay.
I was expecting them to teach us illustration and stuff, but they didn't. It was all like package design and typography.
Oh, okay.
I hated my life.
So more of a graphic design, than actual illustration. Yeah. No, I went to Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design. Graduated in 2000, and initially I went into illustration, but transitioned over to sculpture.
Oh, cool!
And so I saw that the kids over there on the other side of the tracks, so to speak, they're playing with flamethrowers and
nice
welders and chainsaws, and I was like, that looks like more fun.
Yeah.
And sitting at a desk and playing at the computer. So that's how I learned like materials integrities and illustrating on different materials and different surfaces. But unfortunately, the one thing I did not pick up on was computers. So I can edit film on a computer, but I can't, and I can do this clearly, but that's about it.
It comes in handy, man. She does. I mean, that's another thing that she does is all the graphic design. Our Kickstarter looked really nice because she did everything, did all the graphics, and it's
did.
Handy.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, even though Alexa, you might not have enjoyed the courses and everything. It sounds like it really sets you up with this skill set that really applies to what you're doing now.
Oh, it's super useful. Like I can make nice looking advertisements. You can tell the difference by someone who like hasn't been like studying graphic design.
Yeah, like me.
Well, like their ads, they'll look a little janky.
Right. Most definitely. Did you also do the Kickstarter video as well then?
Oh no, we had a friend do that.
Okay.
Yeah, Matthew Zardos did the video, and him and his wife Teresa did the music for it.
Cool.
So, and I mean, I honestly, we had everything for the Kickstarter. We were
Mhm.
very proud of all the work we did, but we didn't have a video. And we talked to him, and he came up with that thing in like a couple nights.
Cool.
And I was so happy to, I was blown away with it. So
Yeah, he played it over and over and over, like the whole day.
I would put it on repeat and just watch it with tears in my eyes.
And I would walk downstairs and he'd be like, I'm still watching it.
That's great. Yeah, it's nice when you have that emotional investment into what you're doing, and the people helping you helping you out. They're pulling the weight. They're getting things done, getting things out there. Collaboration can be a really difficult thing.
Oh God.
Oh, it's super. Yeah.
It's impossible to find the right people. I have no idea how I've been so lucky. Like with her, it's just more than I could have ever asked for. And then we are starting to put other pieces of the puzzle together. So there's a new marketing person that we're going to start working with that we're very excited about. So we're going to see how that goes.
Nice. With the distribution, like obviously you got your Kickstarter, and that was ridiculously successful. Because when you had that going, I was watching that thing just go up and up and up, and I was so excited for you guys.
Thank you.
And with Kickstarter, I mean that's also its own platform for distribution. People buy into it, and then you send out the product that you're making or the art that you're making, and then beyond that, are you going to be self-distributing through like from store to store to store, or anything like that, or do you have a plan for that, or are you gonna try and get through was it Diamond? The big, I think they're still the big distributor. The COVID thing kind of knocked everybody down a peg.
Yeah, I think a few companies fired them, but yeah, we do want to distribute through Diamond. So the plan was before COVID, one of the big things we would be doing is selling these books at conventions. So that's that's been our bread and butter for a long time. And so we're very excited to have, comics there. So,
right.
But yeah, we will distribute through Diamond as well. But the thing with Diamond, we don't want to put out issue 1 and then have a long wait for the next issue. So we want to have the first storyline completely finished and funded before we go through Diamond. So those will be second prints that go through Diamond also. So people who get in on the Kickstarter, that are the only ones who will have first editions. And yeah. So, and all the Kickstarter books are going to have enhanced covers. That they have holofoil covers, and then the stuff in the comic shops will be regular comics.
Cool. So. Well, yeah, that's pretty cool. Can you, with the Kickstarter too, can you talk about a little bit about it? Some of the other incentives, like did you have T-shirts and everything, or stickers, or I can't remember what all was on there.
Oh, yeah. The stretch rewards.
Yeah.
We had like postcards. We did it messily at first, where we were like, oh, this is exciting. Everyone gets good stuff. But then we realized that this would all cost money.
Right.
So we offered a lot of postcards in the beginning, and stickers, buttons, magnets.
Okay.
Just cool shit. And yeah, after a while we had to learn to space it out with oh, here's a digital reward, because yeah. it adds up.
We ended up getting a lot of stretch rewards. So,
Okay.
but it's worth it, you know, especially for our first Kickstarter, and we're so thankful for everyone who supported us. So I think they definitely deserve all that stuff.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
but we're launching our online shop. That'll be coming up very soon, and
Nice.
yeah, we'll have T-shirts, and we've got a bunch of merchandise, and we'll have comics and stuff too.
What's the website for that?
We're not. It's not launched yet, but it is AkiraKiraiStudios.com.
How do you spell that?
So
okay,
oh.
AKI
RA KIRAI
KIR
Mhm.
AI.com.
Studios.com.
Oh, studios.com. Sorry. All right. Let's save that, and then hey, so now we got a little ticker going across the bottom that has your website.
Oh, cool.
Hey.
Yeah. So I probably should have asked you at the beginning of this. My bad.
It's all good.
No.
But for everybody that's watching, you know, feel free to visit their website. It's scrolling at the bottom. We've got a few more minutes, so anybody that's watching, feel free to ask these talented, duo some questions about their work in MetalShade. Feel free to do so. Yeah, so now you guys are based out of Wichita, Kansas. Aside from the tornadoes and the corn, how's that treating you?
Oh, we like it. It's pleasant. I mean, we have our own house here as artists, you know, so how many artists can actually say that?
Right.
But it's pleasant. The people are nice. I think the worst thing about Wichita is the weather, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's really humid here. It feels like that's how I know I'm not going to be able to handle the Philippines when I go there.
Oh, the humidity.
It's humid. It's humid.
We also have lots of bugs.
Oh,
Lots of
out
bugs.
there. Yeah. Out here, a little less bugs, but at least you guys don't have the forest fires we have.
True.
It's very calm here. There's,
good.
like, and everything's open. Like, we are able to go to the gym, and it's life is very chill at the moment. So, and she's from Seattle, and I'm from California. I mean, and they're all on fire, and there's riots, and so we're kind of happy to be in Kansas. So, and also feeling for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a tough time. Well, yeah, it's so with hopefully with everything that's occurring, you guys will be able to get back into the swing of things, to go into conventions and tabling, and be able to sell your art and your wares there. What's one big thing that you miss about the convention scene?
Oh, I really miss the people. I miss how enthusiastic people were about seeing our art. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Seeing friends that we've met over all the different cons we've done. But yeah, mostly the passionate fans.
Right.
Meeting new people.
Being plugged into that community, like, you don't realize how much it gives you life until you're cut off from it,
Yeah.
So because there is that, like, we're all a bunch of weirdos, but we have this like passion for art.
Yeah.
So it brings us all together, and we like give each other energy, and it's good. And it's funny because we're major introverts, so we usually hide from people. But at the conventions,
especially me.
Yeah. It's different at the conventions, you know. It's because you do have that shared interest and love that, you know, you end up talking to the weirdest people who would never have a normal conversation with anyone, but they go off on, you know, their favorite Yu-Gi-Oh character or something that you can like, you know, connect with pretty strange people.
That's wonderful. That is one of the fun things about conventions is, you know, so there's so many people that as you mentioned are, you know, somewhat introverted. I mean, you know, you guys are. You wouldn't know it about me, but I am too. But yeah, I'm perfectly fine in my own world. But it's so great to be able to get out and be able to connect with you know, fellow fans and fellow people over the love of, you know, whatever your favorite pop culture thing, you know, might be.
Yeah.
So that's great. I'm glad that that you guys have been able to be so successful doing that. And yeah, I really hope you're able to do that again soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I miss it a lot. We miss the traveling. That's another thing that we really loved was actually, I don't think we really liked it while we were doing it, but then after a while we were like, oh, I really miss driving down to Texas. Oh, I miss, yeah, that's the biggest one.
Yeah, you don't know what you miss until it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm looking for my left shoe.
Yeah, I think it's over here actually.
All right, I'll be right back.
He's gonna show up on my screen. I was just waiting for you to show up in the background. I'm like,
when we
how
were
did you do that?
It's like, oh crap! Call the cops. Dan's here. That's that would be the appropriate response. Yeah, when you guys were setting up earlier, I thought it'd be so much fun if we were able to figure out that echoing thing. You know, it's you know, make it look like sure you're in different rooms, but then just hand each other stuff across the screen and everything.
Right.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I would have loved that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that kind of took off with like TikTok stuff and you know, all that jazz.
Right.
Oh yeah, TikTok.
Yeah, but cool. Well, guys, our time is winding down. Where's a good place to follow you? Obviously, the website.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the website is right now it's under construction, but that is gonna blow up like crazy in you know, 3
the next
4
few weeks. Yeah.
So, but I'm also on.
Izik.
Oh no, he died.
Yeah, well, so much for Izik. Sorry, Alexa, you're stuck with me.
Oh man. So Izik is really getting into Twitter. He's
okay.
Yeah, so I think his Twitter handle is insidious_Izik.
Insidious_. There's Izik.
Yeah.
So we were just talking about your Twitter handle.
Yeah. Did you got it? Insidious_Izik.
Okay,
that's
right.
me.
Yeah.
Izik spelled Izik, right?
That is correct. Yeah.
Nice. And then Alexa, where can people follow you?
Okay. It's my biggest issue is I need to start posting. I do so much work behind the scenes, but I barely post on social media. I'll be better about it. It's Akira Kirai. It's that first one before studios. Everywhere. So just Akira Kirai.
Nice. So Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Instagram mostly, and Facebook. Just follow my personal Alexa Low.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cool. Well, guys, yeah, thanks for coming on, talking about Metal Blade, and you know, it sounds exciting. Can't wait to see a copy in hand and enjoy your your artwork and your storytelling.
Coming soon.
Yeah, and can't let us know when the next Kickstarter is about to happen, so we can help promote that. Yeah, and everybody out there, go to the the website when it's really up. I mean, you've got one up right now, but
there's still plenty of stuff to check out on there if you want to take a look.
Sweet. Yeah. Excellent. Go ahead, stick around when we end this broadcast, and then thanks again so much for coming on, Alexa and Izik.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, most definitely. And real quick, Alexa, how's the illustration going? Can you share that with us real quick?
Oh yeah, I didn't make much progress at the end with Grumbler, but let's see.
Oh, there it is. Nice.
It's
very cool.
I've got one I can show off too.
Oh, where is it? Oh, there you go.
Have you been drawing too while we've been talking?
No, but I have this cover just sitting here.
Oh, is this the cover to number 2?
It's going to be the main cover to issue 2.
Wow, that's cool. Pretty sweet. Nice.
You think that's cool? This is cool.
Wait, I got another one.
Oh. Wait. What else have we got? Awesome. Cool. Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate you coming on, and you guys have a great Friday night.
Hey, you too.
You as well. Thank you.
And everybody out there in internet TV land, thanks for tuning in. To my sponsors, Sumner Twins, Talent, and my partners at COFOH, Colorado Festival of Horror, will be coming around, I guess, next year, I suppose. And then my producers, Stefan Santa Cruz, Amanda Armstrong, and, of course, all my love to my girlfriend, Elise. So, all right. With that, everybody, be good, be kind, have a good night.